Hey, 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 you know what time it is.
It's time for the Heart to Heart Journey to Unconditional Love podcast.
Yes, I am your host, the late bloomer. That is my co-host, Harlan Brown. And what's going on, Harlan Brown? What's going on?
What's going on, late bloomer? What's going on?
No, we're gonna jump right into this because we got a lot. We
Let's
we
do it.
hit them with the safety of online dating last week, and we want to
Yes.
continue that. So this is the safety of online dating pod do.
Ooh,
Dos. Like
those.
do and dos. You know what I'm saying? If you're French, do. And if you're Hispanic,
Dos.
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 So yeah, but we want to get into it because I think it's a great thing. There could be a lot of things done on online dating, and we want to make sure that people are being safe out there because you can't trust anybody. You should never put your trust in man.
Yes.
And we just want to go over this again. A friend of mine gave me this great information. I wanted to share it with the podcast because I thought her insights was good. I still feel that she should do a book, and hopefully she will. But shout out to you again. I'm not gonna give it a name because I'm for safety issues, But she's the type of person that want to be called out, so I probably will reveal her name at some point in another podcast, and when we bring her on, and she talks about her book. That's what I'm looking forward to. So
There you go.
yeah, so we got a lot of things going on. So we went over the safety of online dating, the pre-online dating. Now we're going to go when you actually decide to make that date. So when dating from a site, please do the following best practices and the things that you should follow. So we have about 12 things. So we got to get through this because I know our podcast is not that long. So number one, always meet in a public place closer to where, and again, if you're the lady in this, closer to where you are, if possible.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
I think that's an excellent thing. I think, hey, public place. We're not going to get nowhere where there's
We're not
dog.
going to no one's house, no private anything.
I want to be seen. I want to make sure that we know, and
Right.
preferably in the day. And if it's at night, just kind of twilight,
Right.
just something like that. Just and make sure the place is somewhere that's open, and when you drive to is open. It's not like you got to walk through alleys and
Anything
dark
secluded, you
streets.
don't want that. Right.
So that's a great one. I like that already. Number two, the ladies should never travel far on the first date. If a guy asks you to travel far, that's a red flag. So
Absolutely.
I agree. Yeah, you shouldn't have to travel far. A man should accommodate you to where you are and what have you, because it's just that's probably the best thing to do. We want to make sure you're safe and where you can get back to somewhere you don't have a far travel if something goes awry, especially if the date doesn't work out. You get how about around the corner? Like it's all good.
Exactly.
And I know we're having fun with this, but we're very serious about this. We're having a heart to heart because we want to make sure that, especially women, are safe doing online dating. But I don't want to take it for granted that men don't feel, they don't sometimes are not safe or don't feel safe when they're doing the online dating too. So this is for both men and women. A lot of, again, is written from a woman's perspective, but it applies to both man and woman. So I'll point that out as I go through the list. So the next one is meet the guy at the agreed upon location. Don't let him pick you up. Let him show how chivalrous he is in another way. You just don't know him. I like that last part. Don't let him pick you up because you just don't know him. We can skip the middle part. Don't let him pick you up because you just don't know him.
You don't know him. And if you're letting him pick you up, he's coming to your house. He knows where you live, and you're getting into a car with a complete stranger.
Absolutely.
So don't ever let anybody pick you up.
Please, again,
do not do that.
Don't let him pick you up, especially from your house.
No.
This is one time where she and she puts it in there. Let him show his chivalry in another way at another time.
Exactly.
You commend him, say thank you, but not this time. I'm going to come on my own. So I think that's a great one. 4, let the guy plan the date and don't offer input unless he asks. I like that. I think
I
that
totally agree with that. I totally agree with that because
you
when
want
you
to go
put
back.
your
Where do you want to
input,
go? I don't want to go. Go where you want to go. I don't want to go. What do you
yeah.
like? What do you
And
like? What?
also there's things, there's times when you put your input in and you just being extravagant and being unrealistic. Like this is a first date. We're not, this is not the restaurant where I'm gonna go and propose. It's we're just gonna get something to eat and get to know
Yeah.
each other. Like, so
But
please
also, go ahead.
let him work on his pockets. You don't work his pockets. Let him understand what he can pay for, what he can't pay for.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a good point because I wasn't even thinking about that part. Yeah, because you never know. I'll tell a girl first, look, I ain't got it this week. We we gotta do Applebee's. It ain't gonna be no Roof Chris this week. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do Applebee's. We gonna do Chili's. If you don't want to go, hey, I hear you. I'm going, but it's up to you. So I'm just letting you know. Don't be in his pockets. But that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say with that one, and I lost my thought. But with that one, is you're going to find out if he's a go-to guy, a definitive, intentional. Because
Right,
again, if you get married, this is the guy that's going to lead you. So you want to know that he can lead you, and if
right,
given a task, he can follow through on the task and take control. That's the word I want to use. Take control of the situation to show you that he's a man. He's a man's man. You know what I
right,
mean? So,
right.
again, or he's a partner. So I don't want to eliminate anybody else. Partners are included in this. So the next thing is meet at the location and enjoy yourself.
Right.
Absolutely. Meet at that location and enjoy yourself. Go to have fun. Don't go with preconceived notions like if he don't
Exactly.
do this, then I'm gonna say this, and if I don't do this, then I'm gonna do this. Because that's a turnoff. You want to have a good time. At the same time, enjoy this journey. You
Right.
again, the part that you're missing about this is you chose to go on online dating. Even if your friends pushed you to do it, it's still your choice. So
Yes.
don't go at it with an attitude. Enjoy the journey and have a good time while you're doing it. You never know what comes out of it. I always say positive begets positive. So if you have a
Hmm.
positive attitude and you go with a positive attitude, you're going to beget positive. So,
I agree.
okay. That's all you got to say to that. I agree. I agree. Okay. No, just kidding.
You know
No.
what? Go ahead.
What's the next one? Don't interview him. We had brought this up in the last one. I said I was going to let the cat out of the bag. Don't interview him or her. Have a conversation and do not allow him or her to interview you either. No
Right.
20 questions.
Keep it light. Keep
At,
it light. This is a first date. This is the first time you're sitting across from this person face to face. Keep it light. Like
and
don't
20
make it
questions.
don't make it difficult. It's a first date. It's not
Yeah.
supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be fun.
And then for those who don't, those who have to have these 20 questions, let me give you an understanding of why you don't want 20 questions. You don't want 20 questions because they're very short, to the point, and that's what you're going to get if you ask all these questions. Because
Yep.
you're going to say something like, "How many kids do you have?" They're going to say 2, and then you got to have a follow up. Well, what's their name? And is it a boy or a girl? And you got to do this. Don't do that. When you let a conversation happen and the person gets more comfortable with you. Now, this is for both men and women. Just realize
Yes.
this. This is how you know you're getting comfortable with somebody, because they will go like this. Oh, my sister Sandra has 2 kids, Elijah and Jeremiah, and, they go to the park every week. So
Right.
right then, they volunteered the information to you. Let somebody volunteer the information to you, because you will get more information than if you just ask one of the 20 questions. Now, do you
Exactly.
understand? Are we having a heart to heart
You're
now?
having a heart to
We
heart
having
right
a
now
heart to heart, 'cause
because
they
that's
gotta
true.
know.
That's so true.
That is my pet peeve. 20 questions. I hate it. I always say the first 2 or 3 dates should be talked about things other than your family, your friends, and your job. Because now
About
you
you.
and not about you, because now you know if you can have a regular general conversation about the world, about this, about that, or about anything else than when you're putting it on you. Because everybody loves talking about themselves. They don't think so. Well, I'm shy, but they'll be like, well, I did this and I did this and I did this and I did this and I did that. Well, I thought she was shy. She just like, she just rambling. Really. Look, are you gonna finish? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know we had that. So I know I'm going off topic. Let's get back on topic here. But that's a good thing. That's why we don't do the 20 questions.
Right.
Okay, let him walk you to your car. Yeah, let him walk you to your car. It's okay. Now, if you don't have a good time, maybe not.
Yeah.
If he said some things that are a little off, yeah, maybe not. That could be on the psycho path, psycho trail. Yeah, you might want to get some, you might want to, find some security around how to walk you to your car, or just wait. And you might, even if you're around the corner, you might want to get an Uber to your car, because you don't want.
That's my go-to.
You don't want
that is always going to be my go-to. I don't know you.
Your car. But if you like her, walk to your car. That's a good one. No kissing on the first date unless you really hit it off with him. Slow burn him. I say I'm not kiss on the cheek, possibly. I don't even want that. I say that's a good one. I'm not going, because I thought this was a great list. And it is, but again, it's up to you as an individual. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your lips, but mine are not going that way. Then I can wait another day. And sometimes we need to practice patience. So women, please practice patience. Men, please practice patience. Partners out there, please practice patience. I know you might want to dive into if she got that nice lips and nice lipstick. Oh my God, I know you want to dive into it. Same thing with him, especially if a guy licks their lips and you like, he'd be like, ooh, I want to, you know what I'm saying? But just make sure to be patient. The next time you get that. Now, next time, go for it. But the first time, slow your roll. Let me see what the next one is. A hug is okay if you like him a little bit. Allow him to savor your fragrance. You know how I talked about that before? Like, look, sometimes the cologne is attractive.
Yes.
Sometimes the perfume is attractive. Like, man, you wear that way. And sometimes what I've realized with the cologne that I wear, I only wear one because I've got so many compliments on it, is it goes well with my body. You know what I mean? And that's probably why it smells as good as it does, because everybody, I'm pretty sure millions of other men wear that same fragrance, but on me, it just smells a little different to them. And cologne and perfume might smell better on a woman who chooses the right one, because it goes with their body chemistry. That's the word I'm looking for. Body chemistry. That's good.
Yes.
Okay. Do not go back home with him on the first date.
No.
I do not go back home with her on the first date, but men, we a little different. If she say yes, we might say yes. But again, don't.
If this is about safety,
punani is not good punani, especially if it's given up that easy.
If it's about safety, remember, this is safety tips.
Say that again.
This is about safety tips. If this is about safety, your safety is not to just go home with somebody on the first date.
We're having a heart to heart. I know you want to smash. I know you see this banging. You may not see it again, whatever. That may be a chance you have to take. We're having.
If you're not going to see her again, then no, you don't want it either. You don't want it either, because you.
I know that's tough for me to say to men out there, but you got to be careful nowadays, because you never know what you're going to get, especially if it comes easy. If it comes that easy, whoa.
You don't know what you're walking into.
With caution.
Exactly.
I think that's a good one. Yeah, I definitely on that one. Definitely need a public service announcement on that one.
Yes.
Let me see. Let him ask you out again. This is for women. I think that's a good thing. We talked about it for women already. If she asks you out in a subtle way, like, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing you again, that's That's a subtle way to say it. That's not, yo, hey, let's go out. I want to take you out next week. Like, wait a minute, slow your roll. Let him ask first. It's a chivalry thing. It's a courting thing. And again, with partners, same thing. I'm not excluding you guys. So same thing. Let the partner ask, and be subtle about it if you want to be the aggressor, but not too aggressive. We had a podcast about this. Check the tape. Google it. You know what I'm saying? Or what now is AI it. Chat.
Yes, AI it. Just know you can be subtle. You can be subtle. Yes. You don't have to plan the next date. Please let him plan the next date.
And the last but not least, if you don't like him and he asks you for another date, say you think you want to go in a different direction and smile. Now, I wouldn't do this in person.
No. I wouldn't do it in person either.
I wouldn't do it in person because, again, you never know the reaction of rejection is going to be, especially if you're going out, man just spent money on you on a meal, and he might feel some kind of way like you were using him. So if you do feel that way, it just happened to be not the date that you were looking for. It's okay. Definitely. However, go home, text it to him, or call him and just say, hey, I'd rather go in a different direction. And again, do you have to elaborate?
No.
Sometimes it's good, but I say you don't have to bang on the table to let that person know why. You just didn't vibe. You're not, he's not your type. She's not your type. It's okay.
Yeah, and that's fine. And I really like that because you don't have to elaborate. You can just let them know that it just didn't work out. There was no chemistry. It just didn't work out for you. Yeah. And that's okay. I also agree with don't do that while you're standing there or he walking you to your car like, yeah, this will never happen again. Like you don't want you leave people with their respect and their dignity. I say all the time. It's better to have that conversation, or if he says, yeah, hey, we got to do this again, soon, or, call me. Let's talk about it. But don't stand there and, don't do that. Because I just feel like you need to leave people with their dignity and their respect. Like at least respect the person and let them go about their business, and y'all will talk again. But when you let them know, like, don't harp on certain things, because what ends up happening is the person thinks that they need to change when they go on another date.
Exactly.
And that's not what we're here to tell you, to try to alter somebody else. Yeah. If it didn't work for you, doesn't make them not a good person. They're a good person, but they're not a good person for you. So don't want to alter people.
Exactly. And if they, want to, again, what didn't work on you may work well for somebody else. They may embrace it and be like, oh my God, that's what I was looking for.
Right.
Where have you been all my life? You get that. Where have you been all my life? You get that. But great list. Thank you again to my friend, longtime friend, great person. Again, I'm going to push that she has this book out because I think it's needed. I think
that would be awesome.
Please, in the comments, give me your comments about this. Let us know. Give us a chat. Most people like to text me, so it's cool. I don't mind the texting because that's good. That's how I communicate, because I'm not really on social media like that. But we want to know what you believe and what you think, especially on these safety rules of online dating. And it might be something that was left out. And
something that you have experienced in dating that would definitely help somebody else as well.
Absolutely. So do you have any last words there, Harlem Brown? Oh, no. Yes. Hold on. Wait a minute. We got to go to the scripture. We were about to do that again.
Oh, yes. Yes, we have to definitely go to the scripture.
Let's get the scripture. It's the same one from last time because we felt we didn't even have to deviate that far from it, because you need to have the understanding of that discernment. You need to have that understanding on what's for you is for you. So the scripture we have is Philippians 1:9-10. Can you read that for them, Harlem Brown?
Mm-hmm. And this is my prayer, that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and in depth of insight, so that you may be able to discern what is best.
Yes. Because you have to be able to discern what is best for you. especially when
Right.
it comes to online dating. You cannot just be naive. You can't be ignorant to the fact. You have to know and understand who you're getting involved with, because this is pretty much is going to be your first physical interaction. And you want to make sure you put safety measures in place because you don't
Exactly.
know who people are. And again, please be safe when you're doing these online datings, because other people have other agendas.
Exactly. And this is
You
this
might
is
be pure
about
in
your
your,
knowledge. Yes.
yes, you may be pure in what your agenda is for doing the online dating, but that other person agenda may not be in alignment with what you have. So please be careful. Please use these practices. I think they are great. If you didn't
Exactly.
see the first video, we have stuff before you the pre information and practices that you have before the date, and then we have the things that you do when you are about to meet somebody from online dating for the first time. So
Yes.
any last words, Holland Brown?
No, just be safe out there because it is definitely this world has gotten so small because of the internet and social media. And so we get a
Yep.
little bit of everything and everybody. So please be safe. Do your due diligence about finding out who you're about to step out the door with. If you're on social media, check out that person's page. Like just check out different things, some of the posts that they may post.
Yeah.
Um, it's all part of understanding who this person is.
Yep.
So make sure you do your due diligence in that before you even decide to say, "Hey, I'm going to go out with this person."
Absolutely.
See who
And
it
when
is you're going out
show
with.
you, believe them.
Right.
People show you who they are, believe them. Because again, if you don't check those points and you find out that he's part of the Aryan Nation skinheads, or he's part of, I hate this
That
people,
part.
I hate that people, I hate this people, I hate that people, I hate Caucasians, I hate rednecks and things like that. Hate is out there. So you just
Terribly.
want to make sure you're keeping yourself safe.
Mhm.
Because safety is a caution, and you're using the discernment. That's why Philippians chapter 1 verse 9 through 10 is very important, and we put it up there. We didn't even want to change it because we want to make sure that you understand what it takes and what you have to have in your heart in order to get that discernment from God to help you and guide you through this online dating process. So you
Exactly.
know how I get down, you know how we get down all the time as we end this podcast, trying to do something to keep you in the same place. But when you actually do something, your place has no limitations. I am your host, Delay Bloomer. That is my co-host, Harlan Brown. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Ah.